There's benefits to practicing both indoors and outdoors, but one of the great things about practicing indoors here, with the technology we have, that golf ball, whatever it's doing in here, is exactly what it's doing outside. So using it here allows you the opportunity to change, to play around with your numbers, to see what fits you best and how your eye sees the golf shot, and able to then allow you to have the repetition to do it on the course under pressure, time in and time out. I think one of the best things about having an instructor that you could rely on is you have someone to bounce ideas off of, and sometimes they're there just to remind you that one thing you could have forgot about from a few lessons ago. An instructor's job is to also help keep you on track with the end game, or the end goal I should say, in sight, and slowly but surely getting to that point. I like to empower you to understand everything that's going on, so that when I am not with you or you are on the golf course, you can know exactly why you had that mishit and be able to then fix it immediately and enjoy the rest of your round, keep your round under control, and continue progressing forward.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 3. Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to North Buffalo Ice Rink in Buffalo, New York, where Nickel City Hockey Network is proud to bring you live coverage of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League Division II playoffs. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. My name is Sean McHugh, here to deliver you the call of today's action, joined by color commentator Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, your new gold standard in digital media solutions. We have got the matinee division round in the playoffs of the UNYCHL Division II, as this afternoon's matchup features the visiting Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Union Dutchmen. Aaron, we don't know a whole lot about the Union Dutchmen as they're playing down south towards New York City, but they're an interesting team coming into this tournament, an exciting team, and this should be a great matchup.
And really, when you look at the Final Four here, it's a couple of unknowns and a couple of a little bit more well-known teams in terms of UNYCHL history. Union certainly comes in as one of the more unknown commodities here in this event, but one thing that is well-known is the fact that all four of the teams that are here were the four division winners in the UNYCHL D2 this year. Union in the East, Colgate won the Central Division, Fredonia in the West, SUNY Niagara was the Metro Division winner. Thunderwolves beating Erie Community College in the quarterfinal round by a score of 3-1 on Sunday to earn their spot in the semifinals. Meanwhile, Union routed Onondaga Community College in the quarterfinals by a score of 14-1.
Absolutely, and these two teams, they are not familiar with each other, but the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves will now switch their name to SUNY Niagara, something to watch going forward. That might be confusing going forward, but we'll touch on that later, as this is a team that made a Cinderella run in this exact spot last year in what was UNYCHL Tier 1, as in their first year at that level, they show up here at the semifinals back in Jamestown, and they would take down, at the time, number 1 seed and eventual AAU national champion Binghamton in a thrilling overtime game on a Caleb Lee point shot that found twine before eventually falling to the Niagara University Purple Eagles. This team is looking to replicate that success, and they're coming in. It's not just enough that they're here. They're trying to win this thing, and they've got a chip on their shoulder, and Union is the first team standing in their way.
And you know that based on history, 2 years ago, Niagara County Community College, now SUNY Niagara, was the Tier 2 champions here in this building. They won that title. So you know that head coach Drew Harris always gets his team ready to play for UNYCHL postseason. We expect that kind of outing here again today from the Thunderwolves. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, A little bit of name confusion for Union as well. Not only do we have the Niagara County Community College and SUNY Niagara thing on the visitor side of things, Union also has switched up their nickname in the past 12 months. The school overall now wants to be referred to as the Garnet Chargers.
I don't know what that is.
Well, the hockey team doesn't want any part of it either. They want to still be known as the Dutchmen. So the Union Dutchmen and the SUNY Niagara Thunderwolves here today.
And Aaron, as we know, playoff hockey is the most exciting time of the year if you're a fan of this game. I know you, me, and Jeff, our camera operator, feel the exact same way. This is an exciting time for both Niagara County Community College, SUNY Niagara, whatever you want to call them in Union. But there are some heavy hearts on the ice today, as we did find out that Thunderwolves forward Brendan Dewey lost his father Ken on February 12th. If you are able to look when you see the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves helmets, as we're zooming in right now, each player has a KD emblem on the back of their head as the entire team is standing up for their friend to support the loss of Ken Dewey. Us here at Nickel City Hockey Network and everybody definitely sends our thoughts and prayers to Brendan's family, the family and friends of Mr. Ken Dewey, and the Thunderwolves as a team as they are skating for heavy hearts, as they are going to play with, you have to imagine, Aaron, there's going to be a lot of emotion coming over those boards today as the Thunderwolves are going to want to play to lift their teammate up through a very difficult time.
A lot of emotion obviously to be expected considering the circumstances. A lot of emotion also just considering the fact that it's postseason hockey. A berth in the UNYCHL Division II Championship is on the line here today. It is Union and SUNY Niagara ready to go. About set to have the introductions and national anthems. Let's head down to ice level as we get ready for face-off between SUNY Niagara and Union.
And we are just about ready for puck drop here between the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Union Dutchmen, as we are just about ready to get the UNYCHL Division II semifinals underway. Aaron, before we get started, what do you expect to see here between two teams that definitely have a penchant for putting the puck in the net?
Well, we certainly get to find out a little bit more about this Union College team. It's a team that has obviously soared up the national rankings, number 17 in the nation right now. And they've put together a stellar record, 15-2 on the season, a whopping plus 98 goal differential. But there are certainly some questions about the Dutchmen's schedule. Really, this will be the hardest opponent that they've faced all year. Let's see if they're ready for this challenge.
Absolutely, Aaron, and you can't pick your schedule, so you play the games you're scheduled for. But yes, it's a different animal in the postseason as Union kind of skating up in unison for the faceoff as Anthony Miller leans in to take the faceoff and he wins it, and we are underway from North Buffalo Rink as Union sends the puck in down low, and it's slowed down by Thunderwolves starting goaltender Trevor Goodyear. Puck goes into the corner as Como and Jeter converge, and the puck is sent down below the Thunderwolves net, and it's going to be Teddy Swike dropping it for Cirillo, and here come the Thunderwolves. Anthony Miller gains the line, sends the puck in down low, takes a thump on the boards. Here's Jetterheads flying in there, and today's starting goaltender Justin Preet poke checks and sends the puck into the corner.
Union already starting with a little physicality. We're used to that from NCCC, but good to see Union coming with the throwing the body around here today, or here in the first minute.
Aaron Como sheds off some pressure, and he does a cross-ice pass, gets to Jeter, but a good back check on the play by Riley Frost sends the puck back into the Thunderwolves zone. Heavy forecheck by the first forward in on the check for the Dutchman as they are getting right behind the goal line, and just Niagara County's able to get out of their zone, but they can't get past center ice. Nice toe drag here, and here comes Matthew Jankowski. Steps around Como, gets into the slot, then takes a hard shot right there, and Trevor Goodyear passes his first test of the game, and then right off the bat, it's Zachary Berkemeyer getting into it with some Thunderwolves, as right there, we got Robert Winter hitting the deck as the chippiness is starting right away as these two teams are playing with the edge from the get-go.
Yeah, a little bit more than a minute into the action. We've already seen 2 big body checks thrown here on the ice, and then a little bit of pushing and shoving in the aftermath after Trevor Goodyear making his first save of the game. Trevor Goodyear, a big reason why NCCC made their run in the postseason last year. Obviously expect them to lean on their starting netminder if they're going to make that similar run in this year's playoffs.
Trevor Goodyear was incredible last year in the playoffs, carried that into this season, and he's going to be called upon again as another shot here by Luke Johnson, hits a skate and goes wide. And then the matching physicality by Noah Williams. And now here come the Thunderwolves with numbers. It's Carl gaining the blue line, takes a shot that gets deflected wide, hits the stanchion flat and stays down low for the Thunderwolves. It's Carl again, wins the puck down low, and the Thunderwolves looking to set up down below. Looks for the pass out in front, and good defense there by Union as they have a forward and a D-man on the puck carrier as Johnson's going to look to skate it out. Puck does make its way through center ice, and the Thunderwolves are retreating back into their own end. That is Josh Kazor sending a pass, and the Thunderwolves are caught changing, and that is going to be a whistle.
I think they might have gotten too many on the ice for Union.
They got something.
Definitely too many men on the ice. I'm not sure if it's against Union or if it's against the Thunderwolves. And it's going to be against Union. They had 6 or 7 skaters on the ice, and the puck, that's always where it's going to come to a head, one of those situations. The puck was played towards the bench, so the referee's attention is drawn to where all those bodies are right in front of it.
Tough bounce.
Once you count more than 5 skaters, it's a pretty obvious call.
Yeah, tough bounce there for the Dutchman, but be that as it may, it's going to be a power play for the Thunderwolves, and this power play is brought to you by Buffalo Golf & Social, Western New York's premier indoor golf facilities. With simulators, lessons, and leagues, it is the top destination for year-round practice and instruction with locations in downtown Buffalo and in Orchard Park, New York.
A very balanced outfit here for Niagara County Community College. The Thunderwolves have a lot of players that can put the puck in the net, can contribute offensively. It's not 1 or 2 players that lead the way. In fact, you look up and down their lineup, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in double digits and a bunch more close by. So certainly, no matter which 5 are thrown out here for this power play, it should be a potent offensive attack for Niagara County.
And Miller gets the job started by winning the faceoff back to Josh Kazor, the Niagara Wheatfield product for Eddie Jeter. Cross ice it goes there, and the game of catches being played with the Thunderwolves as Jeter gets it back to Kazor. On the dot, it's Williams. Thunderwolves as Jeter loses an edge there, but does maintain possession of the puck and spins it down low as Noah Williams senses pressure and then gets it right back to his captain, Eddie Jeter.
Union doing well to keep this at the perimeter so far.
Kazor with a shot through traffic. It's bounced in front of the net there, but the rebound's not able to be swept in. Thunderwolves look to keep the pressure down low. Noah Williams wins the battle, takes a hit from Blake Thomas, but keeps it alive. Kazor for Jeter. Jeter from the shot, and a shoulder save made there by Justin Preet as he's tested for the first time today and comes up big as the puck is off the shoulder of the Union goaltender, out of play, and both teams are going to make a wholesale change as we now have 1:19 to go here in the penalty.
Essentially the type of save that Union needed right there, not only making the stop but getting it out of play and allowing the penalty killers to change, getting 4 fresh players out there because the first 40 seconds was all in the Union zone.
Oh, quick shot from Como finds its way through, and again, a nice save made by Justin Preet as he's 2 for 2 on the hard wrist shots. Puck held in down low, and it's Como again. Spins the puck back down low for Nuttall. Nuttall gets one in front of the net looking for Teddy Swyke, and he's not able to slot it past the goaltender pads. Finally, Union's able to clear the puck as it is Jack Kucharski who sends the puck on his backhand all the way down as Trevor Goodyear pops out, and he just leaves it for Aaron Como. There's a forecheck pressure coming by the Dutchman as Como calmly sidesteps that and gains center ice on his backhand, sends the puck in down low, but it's going to be Preet comes out to play it, but here's the forecheck for the Thunderwolves, and they cause a turnover down low. Charlie Nuttall and Teddy Swyke doing great work down low for the Thunderwolves, and Swyke comes out of there with the puck. Now it's Simon for Derek Pine. Cross ice it goes for Como. Como looks for a shot pass. It's deflected in front. Great job tying up by Jake Karp, the two-way puck-moving defenseman. And once again, it's Jack Kucharski maintaining possession and clearing down onto the glove of Trevor Goodyear. But Goodyear quickly fires it up front, and here's Charlie Nuttall, but he takes a hit from Luke Johnson. And the puck is actually turned over to the Dutchman. In down low it goes as it's Connor Clifford losing control to his number 7 counterpart, but he does go to the wall, and Clifford comes out of there again. Here's a pass ahead as here comes Long taking a shot, but Como does a nice job getting in the shot lane. And then Como sends him flying as the physical play just continues to heat up as we are back at even strength. Point shot finds its way through initially as Brendan Long is dogging on this power play, really making it difficult for the Thunderwolves to maintain possession. And now here comes Long. More physical play here as just the bodies are tumbling here in this first period, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron Como never a stranger to throwing a hit here or there. I think he took the worst of that one. Still forced the loose puck. That's the main thing you're doing when you're trying to deliver that hit with the player coming in on the rush.
Como decides to just put one on net right there. Preet calmly flags it down. Then he drops it, takes a weird bounce, but he's got some support initially. Oh, man.
Another big hit.
Huge hit right there by Joey Geiger. Connor Clifford. I mean, it's only fitting that the player named Clifford is decked out in all red as he sends the puck down low, and it's picked up again by Goodyear. And then it's Chase Schmidl. Does not get the puck out as it's kept alive there by the captain, Luke Baumgartner. Luke Baumgartner, the leading scorer for the Dutchman. He's a player to watch here in white. It is Matthew Peoples, sends the puck in. It actually hits Jake Ruchala, and that's actually going to work out as now there's a forecheck on, and Union keeps the puck alive. Point shot is blocked, and it heads into the corner. Union looking for their turn to put some offensive zone pressure on, but it's going to be Hess. Spins the puck up on the wall. It goes for Geiger. Puck's turned over quick in the slot right there, and Goodyear's got to fire the glove up fast as Riley Frost lets a shot go in. Once again, there's a gathering of the minds right around the Thunderwolves' net.
Want to just kind of spin it back a little bit to the end of that power play for Niagara County. About 15 seconds remaining in that power play. Goodyear tried to get it up ice to catch Union in a change. They were making a change at the end of the penalty kill, but very quickly getting their 4 players out there on the ice. It looked like the Thunderwolves might have some numbers into the offensive zone, but that advantage disappeared very quickly with a very efficient change.
That puck is swatted out of play right there by Gavin Sterlo. As Aaron mentioned, there is all the teams here but Union. They found their legs, and they are skating, and causing lots of turnovers and difficulty for the Thunderwolves to get out of their zone.
Go ahead.
Face-off is won back by Union, and it's sent in down low, and Nuttall's going to head in on Williams is going to head in there. More big pressure, and Baumgartner goes to the wall, and he goes down. Puck was initially kept in there, but it does get by Hunter Mulvey, and now the Dutchmen have to back up. Mulvey goes D-to-D to his partner Peoples, chips it up ahead now for Baumgartner. Baumgartner shrugs off a shoulder, and he's going to head the other way. Peoples, D-to-D pass it goes for Mulvey. Puck's in cheap as Union's offside, as we got a lot going on behind the play with Anthony Miller.
Yeah, 2 players tied up there. Diorio and Miller got tied up after it was Noah Williams throwing the hit just inside the blue line. The 2 players getting tied up, forcing the Union entry a little bit of a delay.
Dvorak keeps the play alive for the Thunderwolves, sends the puck in down low as Peoples is going to race forward, and Anthony Miller's going to meet him at the wall. Peoples takes the hit to make a play, but the Thunderwolves are still keeping pressure alive, and now, well, the Dutchmen get it out, but then Niagara just slips it back. Oh, let's see if they got him changing here. Here's William Stewart down the wing, takes a quick shot. Oh, looks for the short side, and it just goes over the blocker arm of Goodyear and over the net. Long high chip pass, here it comes. Can they catch it? It's in. Diving effort right there by Nick Simon. It's just far ahead of him as Union got caught with it forward behind them, but the pass was just too far ahead and Simon couldn't put it on net. Karp comes out of there with the puck. He is a shifty skater. Jack Karp sends it middle, takes a hit there, and Niagara just turns it out to neutral ice, and then the puck is quickly sent back in by Matthew Jankowski. Pine with pressure on him, backhand D-to-D pass, the puck is lifted out to center ice, but once again, it's turned away by the Dutchman. Here's an opportunity, and a nice move, and a quick shot goes wide as Jankowski again looking to create an offensive opportunity.
He might have had Goodyear moving there from side to side, just couldn't get the shot on goal.
Physical play continuing here as again, now we have Robert Winter just taking no prisoners with him, but it's going to be Chase Schmidl leading the breakout, sends it up to Kazor. Kazor stepping up from his deep position, heads in on the forecheck, goes in with Sean Speck. Puck is sent around for Karp. Karp avoids the hit from Schmidl, but Middle takes the puck off of him, but the down stick prevents the puck from getting low. Oh, Karp's got some room here. Is this going to be Karp on Como one-on-one? Here comes Karp over the line. Karp takes a shot, and Como dropping down to his knee blocks it, and the puck goes into the corner, then Como throwing another thunderous check.
Gotta love the pace and the physicality of the first 8 minutes here, Sean. Exactly what you'd expect from playoff hockey.
Oh, this feels like playoff hockey to a T right here. Is now we're going to get an icing. But finally, I think the teams get a chance to catch their breath a little bit, as this broadcast is brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media media solutions. 412 Communications helps get your voice above the fray while building bridges between your brand and its clientele, from broadcast, social, print to digital. Allow 412 Communications to put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you.
Although we had some questions about the strength of schedule that Union played, at least in the first 8 minutes, they seem to be up for this challenge of the UNYCHL Semifinals.
They certainly have. They brought the legs and the physicality, as that pass from Luke Johnson just too far ahead of the intended target, as we're going to get another icing with 11:38 here to go in the opening period.
Both teams keeping same personnel out here for this face-off, and continuing to talk about the pace and the physicality so far. I think both teams have matched that kind of emotional level as well as the physical level here in this game. It's hard to really say that one side has had the better course of play here so far in the first 8 minutes. Both teams creating their opportunities, getting some good zone time. Now we see whether or not one team can use the rest of the period to maybe get a little bit of separation.
That pass is slowed down by Jack Kucharski, and it's sent down low. Icing was waved off as the Thunderwolves send it to center ice, but it's picked up there by Johnson, and he plays catch with his D partner Peoples. Good look there, but Cirillo reads that perfectly, intercepts it, and then from center ice sends it all the way down low. Then Cirillo gets smoked into the bench by Kucharski. That's like the 8th time we said his name, and here's an opportunity in front of the net, and they score! Turnover down low, and it's the captain, Eddie Jatter, feeds it in front to Cirillo. He wires one, top corner, and with 11:04 to go in the first, Gavin Cirillo gives the Thunderwolves a 1-0 lead.
Well, Cirillo was the player that got knocked into the bench about 20 seconds before that. Clearly not bothered by that hit one bit. He drives towards the front of the net, finds the loose puck, hammers it into the top corner over the blocker arm of the netminder. The Thunderwolves get the early lead.
That all-important first goal in the playoffs, and it goes to Gavin Cirillo. No surprise here, as Niagara County Community College gets that all-important first goal, and let's see if the pep in their step increases.
Cirillo's 8th of the season, giving the Thunderwolves the early lead.
Jatter gets it through to Anthony Miller. Nice block by the big defenseman, Matthew Peoples, and he chips the puck into the corner. Puck's kept alive there by Jake Ruchala. Miller goes into the wall as Clifford chips the puck up to his partner Madden. And then Clifford again as the puck ends up in the Union bench, as you can definitely tell. Not that there was any lacking energy, but the Thunderwolves definitely got a jolt from that first goal, as now they've kind of hit the gas a little harder right after getting the 1-0 lead.
One thing interesting to see from the way the Niagara County lineup is put together today, look at number 10, Noah Williams, playing the left point. He's played both forward and defense throughout this season. One of the more skilled players on the Thunderwolves roster. They've got him on the back end to make sure that he can use his skating ability to at least have a lot of ice in front of him, but also to kind of lock down the defensive side of things for this Thunderwolves squad.
That's a nice problem to have, isn't it, Aaron? A player that you can put in any situation depending on the game. Drew Harris must absolutely love the ability to do that, as it's going to be Charlie Nuttall into the corner he goes. Nuttall's got a little space, and he decides to chip it up to the aforementioned Noah Williams, and Noah Williams gets out of there, and Peoples has to do a really nice job of sweeping the puck off of him, or Williams is going in alone. Oh, misplay here, and then here's Baumgartner with Ruchala on him. Baumgartner takes a shot there. Goodyear high on the post, his crease, takes away the angle. Big save there by number 39 in goal.
Good work by Nuttall as well on the back check, making sure that that second Dutchman player wasn't able to collect that loose puck and get a shot away. Had just enough harassment from Nuttall to make sure that that wasn't going to happen.
Oh, Diorio had to wait for his player to come on sides, and then right after that takes a bit of a hit. Nobody cared about that, as Riley Frost is letting Ruchala, Williams, and his remaining Thunderwolves companions, that he did not appreciate that late hit, but that's the game we're going to have today, Aaron. It's going to be physical to the end.
The tone was set very early in this contest. It was going to be a physical game from the start. Right in the first minute, the first shift of this game, two pretty good-sized body checks, and like every whistle now seems to have a little bit of a scrum after it, just like that right there.
Trevor Goodyear having a bit of an equipment issue, but he is able to get that sorted out as the Thunderwolves win the faceoff, as it's Derek Pine. chipping the puck to center ice, but it's sent right back into his own zone as Goodyear goes to play it. It gets by him as it's going to be Teddy Swike on the near wall. Derek Pine for Geyer. Puck off the end of his stick, and then it's chipped right out to center ice. And it's going to be Karp. It's a slight breakout, but good team defense by the Thunderwolves to get back and make sure no pass gets all the way across for a scoring chance. Kept alive. Here's a point shot, and it's saved there by Goodyear from Riley Frost. And here come the Thunderwolves of numbers. Derek Pine leads the rush, but Pine has the puck neatly taken off his stick and sent all the way down on Goodyear as Union's going to make a change. Not the best communication between Swike and Goodyear. The puck is sent back into their zone, and the Thunderwolves are going to get another attempt at this breakout as Derek Pine has the puck in his feet, goes D-to-D to his partner, and now Swike is going to look for the breakout.
We complimented the fast change of Union on their penalty kill early. Bit of a slow change there, allowed Niagara County a second opportunity on the breakout.
Puck's not able to be kept in there by Schmidl as it's Kazar's got to send the puck all the way down low, and now it's the Thunderwolves' chance to make a change. Puck is sent in by William Stewart, and it's going to be Thomas Dworak picking the puck up off the wall. He has difficulty with it, though. And then here's an opportunity for Union, but Stewart's not able to get the shot off. Cirillo, the goal scorer, has the puck neatly taken off him, and we're going to look for another opportunity for Union. It's Stewart again, takes a shot that's going to go wide of the far post. Jankowski into the corner, dealing with Miller and Kazor, but he does get the puck down low.
Oh, great setup.
And a big setup and a better save there by Goodyear as Union, working down low, gets the puck in front of the net there, but Goodyear squeezes the 5-hole tight and makes sure it remains a 1-0 Thunderwolves lead.
Yeah, Stewart got himself free in front of the net. Jankowski with a very nice pass on the backhand right onto the tape. Goodyear has to be right on top of his crease. He makes another good save right there. All importantly, making sure there was no second chance on that as well. Ooh, there's a redirection. Yeah. I don't know if he got a piece of that or not.
Yeah, shot pass, and it was tipped on by Robert Winter. Big blocker save if there was by Goodyear, and the puck's in the corner. But Union looking to start the game down low as Kazar puts his man into the boards as now we got a battle. Miller sending his man to the ground, and you just got a battle in the corner, but it's picked up there by Union. But the point pass doesn't make it to his target, and now it's going to be Jeter and Cirillo going 2-on-2. Jeter and Johnson going to the wall together. Jeter gets there first, looks to send it in front to Cirillo. Why not go back to that well? Miller puts one in front, and a stick pops that up in the air as Dworak's got to chase it down. Nobody in that far corner as it's going to be Johnson and looking for the breakout. But Anthony Miller reads that perfectly and puts a little sinker on the goaltender. No harm there as it's going to be Union looking to break it out with Luke Johnson again. Johnson opts to chip it. That grazes the low-ish ceiling here at North Buffalo Rink, and that is going to lead to an offensive zone faceoff for the Thunderwolves as this broadcast is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker to buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property. Trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Shot right off the faceoff in a quick glove. I don't think that was on net, but either way, quick shot, quick glove, and we're going to try this again as Justin Preet, he's been tested, and he's been up to almost every challenge, and no one's going to blame him for the goal that got by him. Chip play up for Carl, does not keep it in, and it's going to be the Dutchman as it's Kucharski sending it down low. Field Willis, he gets sandwiched by two defensemen, does get the puck to a high danger area, but there's no shot coming. Puck's played off the wall, it's kept in, but a good look here as it's a 2-on-1. Simon takes the shot and he scores! It's all about the breakout, baby, and Niagara Community College gets it past the point man. Simon going one-on-one with Kevin Carl, snaps one to the far side, and with 6:34 to go in the opening period, it's 2-0 Thunderwolves.
I think everybody in the building was expecting pass there, and I think the goaltender was among them because that little bit of a lean is enough to allow Simon to rip that hard wrist shot over the shoulder of the netminder. Much more of a defensive forward as he's known in terms of his play, but he can certainly finish when he gets the opportunity. Number 7 is Nick Simon, and he's got Niagara County a 2-goal lead here, a little bit more than halfway through the first.
Aaron, it's always the defensive forwards, the two-way forwards, the grinders that get the playoff goals. So right on script of playoffs, it's Simon giving the Thunderwolves a 2-0 lead. Puck is locked up in the neutral zone as Union now is kind of up against it and they need to respond. Let's see what they can do here. Nice move put on as here comes Madden. Madden looks to slide it through the 5-hole, and Goodyear puts the stick down and plays that to the side.
We said Goodyear was going to have to be a big part of it if Niagara County was going to make a run like they did last year. At least in the first period, he's made the saves that he's had to. Meanwhile, his team picking him up at the other end of the ice, too.
Long shot from the point, and Goodyear somehow sees that through traffic. And as is tradition, there is a gathering of friendship, we'll call it, in the Thunderwolves crease after a whistle as Trevor Goodyear, I know it's early as we have 5:50 to go in the opening period, but Trevor Goodyear is seeing everything, and if Trevor Goodyear sees the puck, it's going to be very hard to get it past him, Aaron.
That's his 10th save of the game already, still with a little bit less than 6 minutes to go in the period. Also saw a little bit difference there in that scrum after the whistle. Saw a Union player pulling a teammate out of the pile. Maybe it seems like the Dutchmen are trying to avoid some of those situations because, as we know, Niagara County likes to play that physical game with a bit of an edge to it. I think maybe Union has realized that at this point.
Yes. If you're going to try to intimidate Niagara County with physicality, it is not going to work, and it did not work. I don't know if that was the game plan or if it was intent, but either way, definitely not less physicality, but a less desire to stick your nose in at any opportunity. Either way, Goodyear slows the puck down and then backhands it for Chase Schmidl. Schmidl looks to put a move on. Puck is picked up there by Diorio, and it's sent for Goodyear. Goodyear been playing the puck a lot, too, in this period, Aaron. He's been coming out behind his net and dishing as Derek Pine now goes to the wall. Pine maybe got slashed a bit there, no call. Puck's in the slot for Noah Williams and a high backhand rainbow as it's going to be Chase Schmidl and Matthew Peoples. Peoples with that long reach gets it behind, and then he retrieves the puck, and he's going to look to start the breakout, and he's got a lot of room.
Yeah, but Schmidl's pressure there was enough to allow his team to change, and now they force a turnover on that errant pass.
The Schmidl name, Aaron, you got to think that name is as good as currency with the Thunderwolves program, as that is the brother of Chucky Schmidl, and as we know, he was probably the engine that drove the Thunderwolves for about 3 years.
And now his brother has picked up the role and continued to do exactly what his brother did for many years here in the Thunderwolves uniform.
One thing Chucky did too, he did it with class as well. One of the good ones, just like his brother Chase is. As we got
You're
Como.
just saying that because you know he's watching.
He did say nice things about us when we talked to him last. Anyway, Chase, I'll take that $5 when I see you next, buddy. But anyway, the puck is going to be sent to the front of the net, and Como feel like he's playing as many minutes as Goodyear today. It seems like he's out there every other shift as Union's caught off sides, and that's going to help as Anthony Miller, another player, might not be the biggest player, but does not even consider shying away from physical play as he will throw a shoulder into anybody. And then he'll score on you. So Niagara County is definitely, they're upping the pressure now as the breakout goes through as, Union's looking to change, and that's going to work out as Ruchala sends it up for Nuttall. Nuttall chips it by, and he's going to head in on the forecheck as it's picked up by Speck.
One thing that we've seen since that second Niagara County goal is most of the games have been played in the offensive zone for Union. Their forecheck has been much more effective these last couple of shifts, forced Niagara County to at least go 2 or 3 different times on their attempts to get it out of the zone. Let's see if that forecheck can again get some pressure going as they get it into the offensive zone.
Trevor Goodyear, he's caught here and they're just not able to get the shot off as Field Willis read it perfectly. Pass goes across, it does not make its way to Blake Thomas, but he does kind of shield off the pressure, send it down low as it's held there by Kucharski. Puck gets to a high danger area, kept alive by Karp. Him and his partner not on the same page, and now it's going to be Charlie Nuttall. Charlie Nuttall going in against Johnson. Karp and Johnson hit him, but Nuttall comes out of there with the puck. Great work on the forecheck by Charlie Nuttall, looking to the front of the net, sends the puck down low to Brendan Dewey. Dewey shields off a check, and then it's going to be Simon, the most recent goal scorer, sending it for Ruchala. Ruchala keeps the play alive and gets it right back to Nick Simon. And then, nice short side pass and a big save there by Justin Preet. Thunderwolves turn to put on some forecheck pressure, and they're doing a whale of a job right here as now the Thunderwolves are going to get some fresh troops while on the offensive as Nick Simon heads off. Nuttall into the slot for Swipe with the shot, and it hit the goalpost. Looked like initially Niagara went up 3-0, but it could not find the bar as Teddy Swipe let a worm burner go. The call was immediate, and we're going to keep it at 2-0 as Niagara was a centimeter away from taking a stranglehold on this game with just 2:08 to go in the first. Justin
Preet got to be taking a big, deep sigh of relief there as the not only we have the shot that almost ended up in the back of the net, but then the aftermath, that follow-up shot was just basically thrown right into his glove. He made a pretty casual save, but you could tell that he was definitely relieved that wasn't a tougher stop to have to make. as at least so far here, 14 shots on goal for Niagara County, testing the Union netminder.
Play is in the neutral zone here, and it's Johnson who's been leading the rush every time he's been out there. Gets a nice pass for Clifford, and then he plays it to the back door, and a huge save there by Goodyear as John Madden got in, but there's the rebound, and Brendan Long finally puts one home. Brendan Long, he's been skating hard in this first period. He's had a ton of chances. After an initial great save by Goodyear, Long is found coming down the slot, and he buries, and Union cuts the lead in half, and they get one under 2 minutes, and we know those hurt more when you allow them. They feel great when you get them. Big goal for Union. They dodge a bullet a minute ago, and then they come down and score right away.
Well, that's just doing good work in transition. They had a pretty even rush coming up the ice, but they managed to get the spacing properly to turn it into a 2-on-1 in the slot. In the aftermath, that's when Long had the opportunity to put that rebound home. Goodyear made the first stop. It was the scramble after that Long ends up getting the opportunity and a lot of net to fire it into. Union with a much-needed answer late in the period.
Let's see what the last minute 20 brings us here in this very entertaining opening period. Gavin Cirillo opened the scoring, gets one to his line mate and his captain Jetter, sends it on goal, steered away by Preet. Pine goes for the pinch as now we have Riley Frost and Williams. Play is offside, so Niagara's at least going to get a quick bit of possession here as the captain Eddie Jetter gets lucky right there. That's turned over, and here comes Riley Frost on his backhand. Looking for Baumgartner, isn't able to find him, and Jetter gets his man down, chips the puck. I don't think he realized how much time and space he had, Aaron, but the icing was waved off, so Niagara does get possession. Jetter with a backhand saucer pass, taken down by Baumgartner. Baumgartner looks to lead Riley Frost. Icing's waved off as Miller gets there first, and he's just going to pin it to the wall here with 35 to go in the opening period.
Great foot race there between Frost and Williams, two highly skilled, high motor players. Basically the pace of that foot race made sure there was going to be no icing.
That's what you want to see with the pace as Union gets the puck in down low as Derek Pine sends it around, doesn't really take a look right there, goes to an open wing, and Stewart is going to maintain possession initially. Forecheck keeps it alive with 9 to go. Let's see if Union gets a shot. Quick turnaround there by Stewart, and Goodyear makes a pad save. Stewart's going to take another whack at it as Miller gets his skate in the lane. That is how this period is going to end, as we pretty much had action and intensity right off the hop as this Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves are going to take a 2-1 lead over the Union Dutchmen into the first intermission.
Great first period of play. Everything we could hope for when it comes to postseason action. Semifinals of the UNYCHL Division II playoffs. SUNY Niagara getting the first burst on the scoreboard, getting the first 2 goals of tonight's game. That first one going by the way of Gavin Cirillo, assists going to Eddie Jetter and Ryan Haynes. That was Cirillo's 8th of the season. Nick Simon made it a 2-0 game, assist going to Chuck Schmidl on Simon's 7th of the year. Brendan Long getting a much-needed response, his 5th of the season. That drew the Dutchman to within 1. It's a 2-1 game after 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal in that very entertaining first period of play, 14-11 in favor of Niagara County.
Got everything we could have asked for in the first period of a playoff game. We got goals, we got saves, we got intensity. As we would also like to acknowledge that this broadcast is brought to you by the Battaglia Marciano Agency, an independent agent for auto, homeowners, business, and life insurance, as well as Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit EnviousGameware.com to give your team a look to be envious of. We are going to step away here from the North Buffalo Ice Rink, and after one period, it is the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves 2, the Union Dutchmen 1. We're going to step away, and we'll be right back after this.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
And welcome back to North Buffalo Ice Rink in Buffalo, New York, where we are just about set for second period action between the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Union Dutchmen. It is the Thunderwolves leading 2-1 over the Dutchmen as we are just about ready to get the second period started. Hello again, I am Sean McHugh, joined on the call here by color commentator Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. Aaron, was a really exciting, really fast, really physical first period, as it was about as even as you could get, minus the score being 2-1, and let's see what adjustments, if any, were made for either team as we are right underway here in second period play.
I think as we talked about during the period, it seemed like Union made an adjustment during the first. Now they're going to play some defense, a little bit of the wet ice maybe creating a turnover there.
We've been seeing that a lot in these playoffs at all levels. The wet ice is becoming almost another obstacle to clear in the first 5 minutes, as it is now Aaron Como, and he falls victim to the wet ice monster, and the puck's just, oh boy. Puck is kept alive there by Union as it's set in front there, as it's Nick Simon, the most recent goal scorer for the Thunderwolves, chipping the puck out to center ice, and Union looks to counter. Up it goes to Jankowski. Sends one through the goal crease, nobody there, but Union picks it up, looks to send it to the slot as Nick Simon, as we did mention, he is a very strong defense forward. Oh, nice play there by Miller. Takes the puck away, and he's going to go in on the angle. Miller takes a shot from the short side, but Justin Preet takes the sharp angle away and makes a very nice quick save here as we're just under a minute gone here in the second period.
Preet getting the first test of period number 2, but very aggressive on the angle, stepping out well towards the shooter there, making sure there was no real option to try to get something past him. Good confident save for the Union netminder.
Miller's going to lean in to take the face-off here against Field Willis, as there's an issue with the net right here, as Preet and one of the linesmen are dealing with an imperfection. So while that's dealt with, we'd like to acknowledge that this broadcast is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's premier indoor golf facility with simulators, lessons, and leagues. It is the top destination for year-round practice and instructions with locations in downtown Buffalo and in Orchard Park, New York. That situation is dealt with as the Thunderwolves keep it into Cirillo, but a nice defensive play right at the end by Connor Dufresne to prevent Miller from getting a shot on goal. Williams, down low it goes, and now it's Jeter off the half wall, turned over right away to Willis, and Willis sends it opposite down low as Union looks to maintain some possession, but again, it's Anthony Miller chipping it off the wall, and then Eddie Jeter will chip it all the way down the ice. That is going to be not icing as it's waved off, and it's going to be kept alive by the Thunderwolves. Initially, as Kazor not able to get the shot off as the puck is chipped ahead, icing is waved off as Noah Williams is going to retreat behind his own net and look to start the breakout. Drops it back for Josh Kazor. Kazor has Clifford all over him, drops it back for Cirillo, and now Cirillo's got some open ice to lead a breakout as there's 4 Union players back on defense, but Cirillo gets through 2 of them.
That's one joining the play too.
Kazor gets a shot through some traffic as does a nice job of avoiding the shin pads of Field Willis, but it catches the goaltender pretty right in the chest, and he will hold on for a whistle as we've got 2 minutes gone here in the second period.
Saw a good defensive play in the last minute or so there by number 24 for Union, Connor Dufresne. He was a big part of the offense in their win over Onondaga Community College in the quarterfinals. One of 3 players with 4-point games. He had 4 assists in that game.
Puck is loose there on the shot from Derek Pine, as the whistle did not go, and looked like some Thunderwolves players were trying to get behind the goaltender to stuff that in.
I don't think it was ever actually in the crease, though. I think it got through him and then was wide of the net, sitting next to it on the side.
Sneaky little point shot from Derek Pine as it gets under the blocker arm of the goaltender and he loses it. Luckily, the puck doesn't get behind him for the crease, or there would have been big trouble for Union. Pine going to try it again. This time he gets blocked there by Clifford. And the aforementioned Connor Clifford going to look for the breakout, but he is harassed from behind by Hess. And Hess, oh, what a play there by Peoples as Hess was gone, and Peoples lays out to block it, and no opportunity comes from that. Here's Clifford again. He has been everywhere in this period on this shift. Tries to go inside, outside, has the puck removed from him. Pine loses the puck in the slot, though. Luckily, he had teammates in support to kind of clean that up, as again, some wet ice from Derek Pine handcuffed him a bit, and that was almost a big bad turnover.
I don't know if you can blame the wet ice anymore. We're 3 minutes into the period. That was just a mishandle in a bad spot, too.
I might actually have to agree with you, Aaron, as...
Thanks.
You're welcome. Derek Pine again, going to get an opportunity with this time. Does chip it ahead. Yeah, not blaming wet ice for that as that's turned over to Baumgartner. Swike chips it up, gets a North Buffalo Rink puck wall ride as Schmidl. Oh, Schmidl got smoked by two men right there. As first it was Mulvey who popped him, and then it was Long coming in to clean him up, and here's the goal scorer, Long. Drops it back for the captain, Baumgartner, and he goes for the corner, and you can see by his reaction, he had a spot he wanted to hit, and he just missed it.
I don't think he missed his spot. I think he put it exactly where he wanted to, and that's Trevor Goodyear making a huge save for that trip.
That's actually it as well, as he's got a stud, as it looked like Aaron, we both saw, he was going for that blocker side corner, and Goodyear snaps it down, and again, the Thunderwolves goaltender, they rely on him a lot, and for good reason. He's one of the best, and he comes up big again on the leading Dutchman scorer. Diorio going to the wall, but it's going to be picked up and checked out by Carl, but it only gets to the blue line as it's kept alive by the Dutchman. Here's Baumgartner again, the captain, looks to feed it in front, and it's chipped wide. Karp. Down low, puck's in front of the net right here. His bodies are just coming out. What a save by Goodyear!
Two saves there. The first one was very good. The second one was even better, and now two more.
Trevor Goodyear with the trifecta of saves right there as Union is buzzing on this shift as he cartwheels with the glove, and then he slams the rebound. He is without a stick right here. Niagara just wanting to get the puck out so Goodyear can reestablish himself, as he made a period's worth of saves right there in the last 15 seconds.
With a lot of poise, too, because after he dropped his stick, one of his defensemen tried to give him his. Didn't need it. He just kindly gave it back to him, eventually picked up his own. Really not a big issue there in terms of the netminder, Trevor Goodyear. It looked like it was a pretty scrambly play in front of him, but didn't look like he lost his cool one bit.
Union trying to capitalize on some momentum in the zone. Diorio looking for the slot, drops it back for Frost with a shot, and Goodyear swallows that. No rebound as the big Thunderwolves goaltender stays high on his blue paint to keep it a 2-1 lead. This broadcast is also brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. They build bridges between your brand and its clients, from broadcast to social, from print to digital. The 412 Communications team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. And Aaron, Goodyear, we knew he'd be tested. Well, they're testing him all right. It looks like his final exam season almost for Goodyear, as just he's getting thrown everything at him.
Yeah, we said that he would be a big part of the attack for Niagara County if they were going to replicate their run in the playoffs last season. Good to see him on top of his game here in this semifinal matchup.
Good defense there by the center, Anthony Miller, as that pass was headed for an open point. As Miller goes down to the ice as a result, there's a race for it with Cirillo, and Cirillo's going to get there first, but a nice defensive play by Connor Dufresne to make sure Cirillo can't get an opportunity. This is going to be icing as Josh Kaiser, again, they waved it off again, and Kaiser is going to chip it up to Jetter. Jetter chips it off the same wall of Cirillo, and Cirillo neatly picks it up, takes a shot as Peoples blocks that with the big shin guards, and then he has the puck jump behind him, and now it's Jetter on the half wall. Jetter loses the puck there, but a nice keep by Kaiser, and then there's a backhand by Miller, and it's steered aside there by Preet. Jankowski goes to the wall with Miller. Miller chips it down low, and then it's going to be Johnson chipping it up. That was played with a high stick there, but Union knocks the puck down, and they're going to lead the breakout. It's Winter. Nice move outside, inside, and he still maintains the puck, sends it to the slot. Oh, in a tough spot there, but Goodyear keeping his skate, latched to the post, prevents that puck from taking an unsurly bounce, and it remains a 2-1 Thunderwolves lead with 14:21 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, the defenseman Thomas Dvorak kind of caught in no man's land there. The puck came to him right in front of his netminder. The instinct is to do something to get the puck out of danger, but really the only thing he had in front of him was the goaltender's pad. Goodyear making sure that he didn't leave any loose change there, even though it was his teammate with the puck on his stick.
Here's a 2-on-1. Hessing-Schmidl. Hess takes a shot for the far side, and Justin Preet, not to be fooled the second time on the 2-on-1, holds his ground, doesn't bite the head fake, gloves the shot down by Hess. Big save by the Union goaltender to keep it a 2-1 score.
And I think we might be seeing at least the start of the goaltending duel that might be coming together here. You always see that anytime you have one goaltender that is either very well known as an excellent goaltender or is playing well in a game, the goaltender at the other end of the rink usually will elevate his game to match it. And I think we're seeing that from Preet here in the second.
Give me that in the playoffs here as now, because the intensity, although we got some goaltending, it is not stopping the intensity in the offensive opportunities as the puck is kept alive by Union. Tipped into the slot, and that's a tough break for Kucharski as the puck wouldn't lay flat for him as he went to wire that rebound home. It's Mulvey. D-to-D pass, it goes there for Dufresne. Puck kind of jumps up in center ice there, but it's picked up there by Willis. Puck is chipped out to the Buffalo Bison's logo at center ice and sent back into the Thunderwolves zone, and then it's cleared to center ice again. Oh, and Chase Schmidl was one step away, but Hunter Mulvey again, great defensive play to knock the puck off his stick, and now he gathers the puck below his goal line. Breakout pass, almost turned over, but Peoples keeps that play alive, and he's going to get the puck through center ice. Looks for a cross pass to Clifford. It does jump off the end of his stick, and then it's going to be Carl looking to wind it up behind his own net. It's a tough pass right there, and it's picked up there by Matt. Down low it goes to Brendan Long, the goal scorer, but he has the puck dislodged from him by Swike, and now it's going to be Simon chipping it up the wall for Carl. Passes a little ahead of the stick of Schmidl, and Karp chips it out, but then it's immediately fired back in. That does go off a Thunderwolves player, so we will get a whistle here with 12:47 to go here in second period play, as this broadcast is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Face off at center ice there is tied up on the logo, and it's picked up there by Aaron Como. Backhands one back for Derek Pine. Pine. Nuttall has a bit of a hard time controlling that, but the job is actually done for them by Union, as the subsequent return pass goes all the way down the ice for an icing, as we've got 12:33 here to go in the second period.
One thing that I've been impressed by with this Union team is the commitment to team defense, especially in the offensive zone. They are rarely getting trapped with more than one player deep in the offensive zone as Niagara County moves the puck out of the zone. Frequently, you'll see two forwards around the blue line as Niagara County is trying to move it up out of the zone, making it that much more difficult for them.
Simon shrugs off a body check, chips it back to his point man, Como. Neat little play to keep that alive. Then a point shot with a deflection. The rebound is sitting there. Great defensive play right there by Karp, as he tied up his man to make sure no shot could come from that tough angle.
It looked like it was going to be a real high-danger chance coming for Niagara County, but it was Karp, the defenseman, that single-handedly kept that from happening.
Como, long rainbow backhand pass, does not find one of his teammates in goal, and it's going to be Speck. He's got a great first name, and he spells it right, too, Aaron, as it's picked up there by Union. Breakout pass, though, was interrupted initially, but Clifford looks for the stretch pass for Karp, and Karp's going to get there anyway. This is going to work. Karp, he's got Riley Frost going to the net. The shot is on, and Goodyear puts the paddle down and blockers that one out and over the net, as we're going to get a whistle here with 11:45 to go here in the second period.
Both goaltenders putting the opposition on notice here in the second period that going to have to shoot very well in order to get something past them. There have been 2 or 3 excellent saves on either side of the ice so far in the second period, and it seems that the duel between these two netminders might be coming together, and really that's just something to add to the layer of excitement here in this game. We have the physicality, we have good pace throughout, and now you can throw in some big saves on either side of the ice.
Control, nice out of the pass, and there's Diorio with a shot and a big save there by Goodyear. That would have been a spectacular finish on that midair pass.
It was a spectacular pass either way. I don't care that he didn't end up getting the goal on it. It was a great save by Goodyear in the end, but what a play by Riley Frost. The hand-eye coordination, unreal there.
Riley Frost, you feel like he's going to get one here because he is getting every opportunity in driving play. So 17 in white, definitely a player to watch among the many dangerous scorers for these Union Dutchmen.
With good reason, 15 goals and 13 assists on the season.
That sounds respectable to me.
28 points in 17 games, maybe a little bit more than respectable.
You're not going to get an ounce of criticism out of me. If I get that in, men's league, I'm pumped. So, difficulty handling that there by Preet, and that leads to a scoring chance, and he had to be Johnny on the spot to make sure that rebound didn't go in, as now here comes Stewart. Stewart from an angle. Good defense by Ruchala. He's feeling that one, though, but Ruchala making the play. Pass does go in front of the net, and there's Ruchala again, just kind of getting right up in the face of Matthew Jankowski to make sure he can't get an opportunity on that pass. Union's offside as the puck is dumped in as Jake Ruchala. Watch him, though. He is favoring that leg, but a great breakout pass. And here come not the pass I would have made there, and now here come the Dutchmen. Stewart looking for the far side, and I don't know how that puck didn't go on net, but it didn't, as Goodyear gets out and just gets big in his crease and makes sure there's nowhere for that puck to go.
I think it was deflected by a Niagara County stick, and then it looked like Goodyear was a little bit out of position, not quite set to get square to that shot. Fortunate for him that it ended up going wide.
Turnover in the slot right there, and Goodyear has to make another huge save, this time on Robert Winter.
Got square to the shot, made sure he was big enough to face it, made a really good pad save dropping down to the butterfly.
Peoples gets on his edge, goes D-to-D for his partner Mulvey. Dutchman at center ice, kind of chopping the puck, but it does get him an entry as Mulvey takes a shot that's blocked, but it goes down low, and it's kept alive there by Winter. Winter shrugs his man off, as that's Kazor, as Winter's an bull in a china shop right there, takes 2 Thunderwolves to the wall, comes out of there with the puck. Mulvey with a big slash off to the point. There's the rebound, and it hits a body in front. And now the Thunderwolves are going to look to break out.
Penalty coming up.
Center ice, as now there's a penalty on the play, as behind the play, William Stewart got tied up with his man. They're definitely going to get Stewart. He's trying to get off the bench. He's trying to get off the ice.
No, the referee's got him. He ain't going to be able to get away on this one. Question is, will there be penalties on either side?
Stewart's literally hiding behind his teammates right now, as that's Winter.
They got Winter. 27-28. It was good enough for the referee, I guess.
Either way, there was a penalty on called here, as Niagara County gets an opportunity on this power play to extend their lead to 3-1, as this power play is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. We are just past the halfway point here of our game, and this is a pivotal moment for either team, as you definitely don't want to go down 2, as Pine is unable to keep the play alive, as Goodyear's going to play it, and Como is going to retreat.
On that first power play in the first period, Union did an excellent job for the first half of the penalty kill, keeping things on the perimeter. As the penalty kill went on, though, Niagara County created more and more chances with that power play, so let's see if this man advantage will be similar to that first one. At least so far it is, because Union's kept him on the perimeter and had gotten 2 clears.
And Goodyear is in some pretty rough territory right now with a forechecker, as no harm comes from that, as Pine takes the puck and he's going to leave it for Nick Simon, who has the second Thunderwolves goal. Simon steps around the stick check of Thomas, and then he fires the puck down low, and then he's going to chase it down, and he'll be the first one to retrieve it. Derek Pine at the point. One-time shot by Como, doesn't get everything on that. A save made there by Preet. And once again, the puck is sent the length of the ice, and now Willis is leading a forecheck. Goodyear chips it ahead for Swipe, but that's going to be free possession for the Dutchman. All the way down the ice, it goes on the shot by Sean Speck, and Goodyear has to gather again for Como.
Good kill so far by Union. They have basically thwarted every effort to get into the offensive zone for Mentrip. Not a whole lot of time spent in the Union end so far in this power play.
Como slowly, methodically in the breakout. He'll tell you he meant to do that, as then he sends the puck up to Pine. Pine chips the puck in and then goes off on a change. And Johnson goes to the same boards. It's kept alive by Cirillo. Anthony Miller looks to put a move on Johnson. That was not going to be tolerated at all. And Johnson neatly sends the puck down on Goodyear. There's a breakout you like to see, and then here's Gavin Cirillo. Cirillo goes to take the shot, but again, Luke Johnson, I feel like I've called his name about 1,000 times, as he is all over the ice, especially in the defensive zone, blocking that shot out of play, as we're going to get a whistle, which is 8 seconds to go in the Thunderwolves' man advantage.
You can make that case about a number of the Union defensemen. The blue line certainly has a bit of the strength here from this Union side, not to take anything away from the forwards, obviously, but certainly impressive play from most of the players out there on the back end. There's number 65, Luke Johnson, getting a much-needed clear to kill off the last of this Union penalty.
Trevor Goodyear sends another stretch pass, and the puck is just kind of bouncing its way in neutral ice, as it's now going to be Williams. Noah Williams on his backhand, gets around the stick check. Wheeling around the zone, drops it back there for Kazor with a shot, no traffic in front, and it's steered to the side there by Preet. Drop back, it goes there for Eddie Jetter. Jetter looks to put a move on the defenseman, he does, but great puck support by the Dutchman to swat the puck off his stick before he can go to finish his move. Puck is misplayed there by Williams, and it's picked up by Madden with a shot, and the back pressure by Kazor bothered him just enough where he couldn't get everything on the shot, and now here come the Thunderwolves looking to counter. Gavin Cirillo going on the defenseman, gets the puck in his backhand, goes right through the goal crease as Jetter went to tip it home. That was dangerous, but it stays a 2-1 lead as the pace is picking up here again.
Opportunities at both ends, or near opportunities at both ends, as both teams getting to the areas where those goals are scored from, not quite getting the clean looks that they wanted to. Good work by Madden for Union there just to get a shot away on that bouncing puck on the Union rush-up ice.
Dvorak drops down from his deep position, chips it down low, but it's picked up by Johnson. He takes a hit from Dvorak to dislodge him, so there's no breakout, and now the Thunderwolves have their forecheck set up as they're in a 2-2-1 right here, Aaron, or they were. And the puck is sent all the way down the ice, though icing is waved off as Como retrieves it. Drops it back for Dvorak. Loses the puck again. As Niagara County, some of the back end having some trouble in their own end with that pass. That is not fire you want to play with right here, Aaron. Chipped in from the neutral zone by Carl, and now it's Peoples looking to start a breakout. Sends a pass through the middle, and it's read there by Como and chipped down low, but Baumgartner heads down and picks it up, and the puck is kept alive there by Riley Frost. Baumgartner up the wall. His D-man is off his point, and got to retreat into their own end as Union is going to try to break out again. Dvorak actually blocks that entry, and that's going to get the Thunderwolves some possession.
Didn't do much with it, though.
There's the breakout here as the puck is bouncing like crazy. Here's Simon. Simon with the drop pass to Dvorak. Dvorak looking to send it there down low for Hess. Nothing to be had as now it's going to be Como. Baumgartner thought about going in on the forecheck. He instead goes for a change with this long switch in the second period. And there's another nice breakout as it's going to be Hess and Schmidl. Hess takes another shot for the far side, and once again the goaltender Preet comes out high and makes the nice save as Union was set up perfectly on defense. There was no opportunity for a cross-ice pass. He had to shoot it. Goaltender Preet knew it and played his angles perfectly. Nothing gets through him there.
8th save of the period for Justin Preet, the netminder for Union, his 20th of the game. Busy goaltender at the other side as well. Trevor Goodyear's made 14 saves in this period.
Geyer looks to take a shot, but that is blocked in front, and now it's going to be Winter. Winter looks to feed Pine in good defensive position. Prevents anything from the slot there, but it is kept alive by the Dutchman. There's a shot by Winter again, and Goodyear makes the save and holds on as William Stewart was vulturing around looking for some loose change. None to be had there, as this broadcast is brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit EnviousGameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of.
Enough traffic in front of Goodyear there to at least make it a tough save, but still made a pretty clean stop. That rebound didn't come out more than a couple inches from his pads. A pretty easy cover after that.
Karp takes a shot, and that's a high blocker save there by Goodyear as the Dutchman look to set up in the offensive zone. Plays to the front of the net. I have no idea how Goodyear saw that, but he makes the save as Swoik kind of gets bumped into his goaltender right there by Riley Frost. The Thunderwolves didn't care for that too much. That's just what we've been dealing with today. A lot of post-whistle, shoving, bumping, and bashing. It's playoff hockey, and the intensity's at 11 right now.
Yeah, we're not going to see any let-up in terms of the post-whistle scrums from the rest of this game. The tone was set pretty early in this one. Great instinct save, though, by Trevor Goodyear. That was the only way to make that stop, was to have the feeling of where that redirection was going to. Goodyear tracking the puck perfectly there, making an excellent save.
Puck is kept alive there by Union. They're keeping it down low on a backhand off the save. Rebound by Karp, and he fired it just wide. Goodyear had to make a save with his shoulder, and then Karp was creeping in for the rebound, and he fired it wide. Oh, my goodness. Ruchala caught wrong place. Cirillo's behind him. Let's see if they can find him. Oh, great read there by the Union defenseman, Sean Speck. As I love that idea by the Thunderwolves, but great defense by the Dutchman as well to prevent that. Sean Speck. Here's the breakout, but it's turned over to Cirillo for Miller. Takes the shot there, and a huge glove save there by Justin Preet as the Thunderwolves get to work on the forecheck and create an opportunity. There's a little nonsense going on by the Thunderwolves bench there. The ref is watching it. No call here as we still have the intensity and the harsh feelings, we'll call it, as we have 3:19 to go here in the second period.
Well, Justin Preet might only stand 5'7", but he looked like a 6'4" goaltender as he came out to cut down that angle on Stewart, making sure there was absolutely nothing to shoot at. Great save in terms of positioning there, first and foremost by Preet, also making good work with the glove too.
Noah Williams not able to keep the puck in at the line, retreats into the neutral zone, goes D to Ruchala, and then Ruchala finds Jeter, who chips it right past the blue line. But possession is initially gained by the Dutchman, but Cirillo takes it right back for the Thunderwolves and then effectively gives it back to the Dutchman to Johnson. Johnson, He's got Jeter all up in his kitchen right now, but it's going to be the Dutchman, and again, they're not able to break out, and the lowish ceiling causes another whistle here at North Buffalo Rink as we have 2:50 to go here in the second period, as this broadcast is brought to you by the Battaglia Marciano Agency, an independent agent for auto, homeowners, business, and life insurance. The Battaglia Marciano Agency, providing peace of mind for Western New Yorkers for over 35 years.
One more game coming up today in the semifinal round of the Division II playoffs in the UNYCHL. It will be Fredonia and Colgate. Should be about 5:30 for that start for our second game, but obviously still a lot more to go here between Union and Niagara County.
Union looking to break it out here in the pass. It does hit the stick there of Kucharski, but he's not able to control it, but he does wave the icing off skating after it, and then he chips it down for Blake Thomas.
Man, if he can catch that pass cleanly, he's got nothing but open ice in front of him.
Great read there by Aaron Como, and he's going to start the breakout for the Thunderwolves. He's 1-on-3. He's kidding the puck wide, and wow, looks for a high, hard shot there. He was going bar down or nothing. And it works out, though, as the Thunderwolves keep the play alive at center ice. Simon almost turned the puck over. Man, Nick Simon, the wrecking ball, taking two Dutchmen with him. But it's going to be Union initially gaining the zone, but Niagara County just bringing the physicality everywhere. What do we got here? We have an offsides or a penalty?
Yep. Offsides.
As Luke Johnson, again, he has been driving play pretty much every second. There is a penalty. They got a slash.
Who's it against here?
I believe.
See, usually when they call a penalty, Sean, they will signal it after blowing the whistle.
That's how I've been brought up to understand how penalties are called.
Really, we had none of the officials signaling anything in the immediate aftermath of that whistle. Eventually, though, it is a slashing call being given to Nick Simon.
I'm sure the coaches love it, Aaron.
Oh, yes. So
Well,
it's now a chance for Union on the power play. Niagara County had the only two power play opportunities so far in this game. Now we see what this Union squad, let's see what the Dutchman can do with the 5-on-4.
Baumgartner, the captain, at the top of this umbrella here, and the shot goes just wide, and it's kept alive by Speck. Turnover, that is a heads-up play there by the captain, Eddie Jeter. He just swipes the puck out of harm's way, which allows him to gather his stick, and then his buddy Anthony Miller sends the puck the rest of the way, and Miller
was going to send that the length of the ice one way or another. Whether or not Jeter got it out with his hand that first time or not, Miller was in good position to get that first clear. Eventually, he got it the length of the ice.
Karp has the puck removed from him by Swyke initially, but it's kept alive there by Diorio. And then it's Speck with a pass that does not find its target. And now Karp is going to go to the wall, but here is Diorio again. Diorio on his forehand, wheeling around on his strong, looks to take a shot. That goes wide, rings around, and Baumgartner keeps the play alive at the point. Shot is fired wide, but Niagara's collapsing a bit, so the point's open for Baumgartner. Cross it goes for Speck. Receives it back, and now he just winds and fires a point shot, and that hits Jeter in front. Goes out to the side, and Miller was one step away, but a great job by Baumgartner to swipe it away, and now here they come.
Can't get the full clear to Niagara County, so they can't get the change.
And that is something Union's going to look to take advantage of, as there are some tired Thunderwolves out there, as we've got 30 seconds to go here in the power play, and 30 seconds to go in the period. There's the quick shot there. Initial save made by Goodyear, and then the rebound, collapsing defense, and then Goodyear, like the outfielder, jumps through the calamity, finds the puck, and then the Thunderwolves make sure nobody in white is anywhere near him to try anything.
That was the Statue of Liberty look there from Goodyear, reaching to the sky to pull that one down.
Hey, Aaron, remember that Boise State-Oklahoma game with the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
That was
though.
a great. It was
It's
a great
not
game.
a fresh reference, Sean.
Well, no, you know what, Aaron? You know what? It is, because EA Sports is bringing NCAA Football 25 back, and Jared Zabransky was on the cover. Don't ask me why I remember that.
Now we see whether or not the NIL lawsuit will end up hampering that game.
I don't know about that. I mean, there's got to be a statute of limitations, right?
Well, they're supposedly giving people money to be in the game, but then they had the lawsuit that went against the NCAA last week.
Are you telling me that NCAA athletes getting paid for that was going to cause a lawsuit no matter what happened?
Yeah, well, that was bound to be an issue.
That's not my problem to deal with, as we're with the AAU, not the NCAA, so good luck, college sports. Have fun with that.
Last second chance for Cirillo.
And Cirillo shoots, gets a rolling puck, a last second opportunity, as it's saved, as again, just some pleasantries being exchanged in the creases by either team. And
of course, Noah Williams coming over to join that.
I'd actually be sad if you didn't, Aaron. It wouldn't make any sense.
I think he's maybe upset that he wasn't there for the beginning of it.
Yeah, where's my invite, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, though, players cannot like each other all they want. All the better for us here in the broadcast booth and all of our viewers watching, as we have been treated to an absolute beauty of a hockey game, and we got more to go here, as it is the Thunderwolves keeping the same 2-1 lead over the Dutchmen heading into the third and final frame.
Just a lot of hockey being played in second period play. No real change in terms of the scoreboard, but kind of got the start of what could be a goaltending duel for the rest of the way here in this contest. Fine work on both sides of the rink there. It was Justin Preet, the goaltender from Union, as well as Trevor Goodyear, both excellent in that period. 19 shots on goal for Union in that period, 19 saves for Trevor Goodyear, 10 shots on goal for Niagara County in the period. All 10 saves, or all 10 shots stopped by Preet. Overall for the game, 30-24 in favor of Union in terms of shots on goal. And now it's kind of that chess match that's beginning to be put together here in this game. Really, it's about which team might give that opening enough. Give that window opening, the door open enough to allow the other team to really break through, because the goaltending and defense seems to have stepped up in that second period, as you would expect in postseason hockey.
Definitely, and the physicality is only continuing, maybe not the deliberate acts to be physical and, show that you're physical as it was in the first period, but the edge to this game has not gone away. Plenty of scoring opportunities there in the second period as well, but we do take a 2-1 Niagara County Community College lead over the Union Dutchmen, but don't go anywhere, as there is plenty of hockey to be played, as our first game of the day is headed for an exciting finish. We are going to step away here as the ice is resurfaced for the second intermission, and we will be right back in about 10 minutes for third period action here on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready? People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
And welcome back to North Buffalo Ice Rink in Buffalo, New York, where we are just about getting set for third period action between the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Union Dutchmen. It is a 2-1 score in favor of the Thunderwolves as they are taking the ice. We're still waiting on the Dutchmen to join them. Thank you very much again for joining us here for UNYCHL Division II playoffs in this matinee. I am Sean McHugh, joined on the call by color commentator and producer Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, your new gold standard in digital media solutions. And Aaron, we didn't get any goals in that second period, but that does not mean there wasn't plenty of excitement as the physicality, the goaltending, and just the back and forth play continued as if it never even stopped.
Yeah, the pace of the game right from the first period into the second period didn't drop one bit. The goaltending duel really was the story in period number 2 as both netminders tested more than 10 times each. 19 saves for Trevor Goodyear in that period, 10 saves for Justin Preet on the other end of the ice. It's starting to look like it's going to take something close to a perfect shot to get another one past these two netminders. All the scoring happening in the first period, and certainly none of the 3 goals that got by either of these two goalies could be blamed on. So certainly setting the stage for a little bit of extra drama as both goaltenders are really on top of their games now.
And like I keep saying, Aaron, I don't mean to hammer a point home, but when it's accurate, you stay with it, as we are getting everything you could possibly want in a playoff game. These are two very good teams. These are two teams that are high-powered, to say the least. They have goaltenders, they have defensemen, they have great coaches. The whole package is here in this matinee, and you're getting exactly what everybody here deserves. You get a great, evenly matched game. We have a 1-goal game into a third period, as technically Union's on the power play, but it literally just ended with the drop of that puck as Aaron Como heads in, as he's got the captain Baumgartner leading the forecheck.
Great play with one hand there by the defenseman.
Nice job there by Nick Simon to chip the puck out, as it's going to be Karp with a nice breakout pass for Frost. Long pass to an open wing, and the ref prevents an icing right there. That's, well, we're probably never going to talk about that the rest of the game, but that's a thing that just happened. Turned over here, as here's Frost, as we've said his name a lot. He's had a ton of opportunities. Watch number 17 in white if Union's going to tie this game. He's somebody you can expect to be right at the thick of it.
Got his pocket picked, though, by Kevin Carl in the attempt to get that shot away.
As here comes Simon. He's got Nuttall driving, taking the defenseman with him. There's the pass for Swiken. Oh, it hits Nuttall on the way. I don't know if Preet would have got there, but it would have had to have been a great save to keep it out. But an unfortunate block there, and now it's Como behind his own net for Carl. Gives it right back to Aaron Como. I don't hate that idea under any circumstances. That pass, though, misses the intended target, and that is going to be an icing right away, as both teams not interested in slowing their pace down even a little bit to start this third period.
We talked coming into this game about how this is the toughest test of the season for this Union Dutchman squad. Really, one of the real question marks about Union was the strength of schedule, but at least so far they have definitely lived up to the hype, lived up to their 15-2 record. Still have some work to do, though, if they're going to get back to even.
And they're trying to get back to work on that, as they almost had 20 shots in the second. They're going to try to probably get 30 here, as the puck is fed to the front of the net, but collapsing defense by the Thunderwolves sends that puck out to center ice, and they're going to quickly try and wholesale, and it's going to be Jankowski looking to take advantage. Drops one back by William Stewart. It is blocked, and it takes the velocity off, as Goodyear sees that all the way and gloves it down with 18:30 to go here in regulation, as this broadcast is brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's premier indoor golf facility for simulators, lessons, and leagues. The area's top destination for year-round practice and instruction, with locations downtown Buffalo and in Orchard Park, New York. Jeter, under some duress, kind of just backhands it softly out to center ice, and Union looks to turn it back the other way. Here is Johnson, getting on the edges, turning back the other way. Passes through the middle, it goes, and then a chip pass, and then here come the Dutchmen initially. But again, Niagara County just turning the puck out of the zone and leading on the forecheck. Noah Williams is going to have a little pressure coming his way, but he's able to duck down below the goal line, and then he sends the puck to his D partner, Kazor, for Jeter. Jeter chips it to the blue line, but no further, as Peoples, not great judgment there, as Williams is going to look to take a shot, but Peoples, doing a nice job recovering, prevents that initial shot as the puck sits there in the slot. And now it's gathered by Blake Thomas, and he's got a little bit of room as Kazor's looking to close his gap. Thomas trying a toe drag around Kazor. Kazor not having any of that, but it's kept alive. Mulvey takes the shot there, and it's saved there by Goodyear. Hunter Mulvey getting some velocity on that point wrist shot. Another save by Goodyear. Another day, another dollar, another scrum in front of Goodyear.
And honestly, it seems like here in this third period so far, the physicality has actually taken a step back. Even in that post-whistle scrum, there was reserved moves. Josh Kaser and Noah Williams both kind of holding back, it seemed like a little bit, in what could have been the type of situation where earlier in the game was starting to escalate. It seems that maybe both locker rooms had a conversation about don't make the mistake that gives the other team the power play. This really does seem to be one of those games where it's just one little crack is what it's going to take.
2-on-1 forwarded nicely on back pressure by the Thunderwolves, as it's going to be Haas kind of popping out from behind his own net for Schmidl. Chase Schmidl backhands the puck in down low, then he and Geyer are going to head in on the forecheck. Puck is shipped around there for Hess. Como stepping in, fires a hard shot. Oh, that gets through the goaltender, Preet, but it goes wide. That is the second time that's happened again. Schmidl looking for Derek Pine. Swings it around the boards as Como's going to race for it. He's going to get there first. He's going to absorb some contact. Oh, he gets finished out nicely there by Peoples as the bodies are collapsing again right in front of the Union bench.
Just as I was saying that the physicality has taken a step back, maybe it was just for the first two shifts.
And there's a turnover there by Schmidl. It's going to be Thomas. Thomas and Chase Schmidl go to the walls as Schmidl finishes his check. And now here's Como leading the rush. Clifford skating hard after him as Como just takes a shot from distance. I think he's at the end of his shift. Not quite ices the goaltender, but certainly lets him know he could have if he wanted to. And the goaltender kind of sticks Aaron Como with a blocker, and then Como heads to the bench as we've got 16-12 to go here in regulation, as it's going to be Simon leaning in to take the faceoff against Madden. Jack Madden. I wonder if he goes by Jack, because if he were to go by John, it probably would lead to a lot of confusion. It's kept alive there by Simon at neutral ice.
Maybe 25 years ago, I'm not sure half of our audience knows who John Madden is other than through a video game.
Well, yeah, nobody needs to know he was a broadcaster. They just need to know his name. Backhand shot for the far side. I'm not sure how Preet was able to kind of scoop that, but he does, and he keeps it. He keeps it a 2-1 lead.
Looked like he was leaning right and had to lean back left to make the stop.
I envy that he's able to do that, because if I put that kind of torque on my lower back, I would be out of commission for at least a week.
I wouldn't make the save, and I would have to be scooped off the ice.
My save percentage would suffer, and I'd be injured. Nobody wins there. Here's Carl. Crosshand Katz just decides to pump it into the far corner. Back it goes as the Thunderwolves with Nuttall looking to set up shot down low. Simon has the go-ahead goal now for Zweig. Tip play in front there. Good defense there by Karp to make sure Nuttall can't get a deflection on it. Richala keeps it alive. Here's Jake Richala, the big defenseman. Looks to split two. Heads into the wall. Backhands one in front. Nuttall looks for the turnaround shot, and it hits Speck in the back of the leg before it's able to find its way to the net. Anthony Miller looks to sidestep Clifford. He does not, and it's going to be Long. Brendan Long, the Union goal scorer, down in the corner he goes. Slams on the brakes, but he has the puck removed from him by Miller. On his backhand, neat little catch play by Simon. But just as neat as that catch was, the defense by Johnson was equally as smooth, and now he's going to look for the breakout here.
Yeah, Johnson gave him about 3 inches of room to work with as a gap in the neutral zone. Not a whole lot to do in terms of trying to skate the puck through that kind of defense. Gap control along with some of the offensive push from number 65, very impressive.
Puck's played out to center ice where it's picked up there by Dufresne. Dufresne gets it back at center ice, and then he's going to send the puck in deep, and Goodyear's going to pop out and play it, and he's going to send it right up the same boards for Gavin Cirillo, but he's not able to get it past Dufresne until the second opportunity, and now it's going to be Baumgartner and Miller in a foot race for the puck. Baumgartner gets there first, but he's planted by Miller, but he does drop it for Johnson. Good play to get it up there, and now here's a breakout. Here's Frost, but there's Kazor with a good stick to remove the puck from the dangerous Riley Frost.
Union trying to stretch the ice. Both of the NCCC defensemen back with that player up ice.
Quick shot from an angle is saved there as William Stewart trying to maybe catch Goodyear in motion, but Goodyear gets his pad on that and knocks it out of play. with 13:53 to go here in regulation, as this broadcast is brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. 412 Communications, helping get your voice above the fray, building bridges between your brand and its clientele, from broadcast to social, print to digital. The 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. Long outlet, and it's Geyer heading in, but it's a nice footback by Connor Dufresne to prevent Geyer from creating a scoring opportunity. Here's Johnson. Up it goes for Stewart. Nice breakout pass, and here come the Dutchmen with a quick shot. They score! Matthew Jankowski on the breakout, steps into the middle, shoots a low shot. Goodyear was not expecting that, and it gets by him to the far post, and with 13:26 to go, the Dutchmen have tied it at 2, and they've come all the way back.
That shot had a ton on it, and it was perfectly placed. Making the goaltender move before he let the shot go, I think, was the key with that one, but it was right off the inside of the post and in. A perfectly placed shot for Matthew Jankowski, his 14th of the year, and we're back where we started the game, all tied up. Question now is, do we consider it overtime with 13 minutes and change remaining in regulation?
You got to be thinking that here. I mean, we can think that up here all we want. The players, they're just going to continue doing what they're doing, but yes, we are definitely possibly either approaching next goal wins territory, or there's 5 goals left. We can never tell here with these UNYCHL playoffs, but either way, we have a brand new hockey game with 13:16 to go in regulation.
Faceoff's going to be here in the neutral zone, right along the Union blue line.
It's Miller and the goal scorer, Jankowski. And again, Miller just fires one on net, and it's played to the side for Mulvey. And Mulvey goes back around to Peoples, who then chips it up for Stewart.
And off the roof.
Off the roof. I'm not even calling it a roof. It's just a low ceiling.
There are lower ones in the Western New York area, but this is on the lower side of things.
I mean, this is definitely not hockey outlet, where if you're above 6'2", you're in danger of clotheslining yourself skating at all. But still, just something these players have to deal with. Both teams have to deal with it, so it is what it is here at this ice. And it's going to be Union looking for the breakout here. The puck does get to center ice, and now it's going to be Stewart. He's going to backhand a rolling puck in as he's greeted at center ice by Teddy Swipe.
Solid play. Real subtle there by Robert Winter, getting that perfect touch on it to get the breakout going.
Gavin Cirillo gains the line on his backhand, chips it down low as Jeter and People are going to go into the wall. Peoples gets there first while taking a check from Eddie Jeter, but the puck remains below the Dutchman goal line. This is a neat little play there, but Anthony Miller, playing center, recognizes and drops back to support on D, and now he's going to try to use his speed to catch the Dutchman changing. Miller's shot does hit a leg and goes wide as the Dutchmen get the puck out to center ice, as Derek Pine on his backhand drops it for Teddy Schweik. Jeter just kind of neatly ramps the puck into Dutchman territory. That line's going to get a change. And Peoples notices that, and he tries to catch him, but he's not able to hit Blake Thomas in stride, and the Thunderwolves start with possession. Peoples to center ice it goes, picked up by Carl, and then Carl's going to lead his own rush in as the puck takes a bounce, as he's going to go to the wall with Mulvey. Carl wins the race. Kazor takes a shot deflected in front and goes wide. Como dropping down from his deep position, looks to keep the play alive, sends the puck into the corner where there's just a calamity of bodies, and it's going to be Thomas. Takes a shot. Goodyear just kind of sticks his big trapper up, holds it, waits for the long whistle, and we're going to get that whistle with 11:29 to go here in regulation.
Yeah, seeing Blake Thomas slowly skate towards Goodyear. Wasn't sure if the referees were trying to get Goodyear to play that puck, but eventually Thomas got there, stopped right in front of him, and of course there was a brief exchange of pleasantries there with Josh Kazor in the vicinity. Again, though, not seeing what we saw in the first couple of periods where some of those net front plays extend a little bit extra. No penalties have been handed out in any of those, but I think both coaching staffs want to make sure that their players don't take penalties in those situations.
The message is simple. Don't be that guy that takes that penalty.
Yeah, don't hurt your team late in a tight game. It's simple, but the emotions of playoff hockey make it tough.
Exactly. Here's Jack Madden. Great work on the edges. Drops the pass back to Karp. Karp takes a shot looking for Clifford, not able to tip it. And Nick Simon flips one out. Karp read that nicely, and then here come the Thunderwolves. That puck just came right by us, Aaron.
That was a huge play, though, by Sean Speck. because he had a 2-on-1 coming at him. There were two different offensive players trying to find that loose puck, and Speck just had to quickly play that one away. Ended up playing it right into our broadcast position.
And a lucky fan to our left is going to go home with a priceless UNYCHL playoff souvenir. Sir, do not get rid of that puck. That will be worth something in about 10 years.
Probably worth the same as it was when it was purchased.
Aaron,
$1.
I really enjoyed my parade. You know what I hate? When it gets rained on, and that's what you just did.
Is there a logo on the puck, though? There is not a logo on the puck.
You're just looking at the wrong side.
Hey, the person with the puck shook his head.
And you know what? Nobody gets pucks anymore. As there's a turnover in the Thunderwolves zone as Swy casts a retreat back into his own zone as he's got Long in his back pocket, goes D-to-D for Williams. Chips through center ice there, and Union is doing a great job. Although Niagara is able to get the puck out of the zone, Union is backpedaling basically to their blue line to make sure not a single Thunderwolves forward can get behind them.
Positional discipline. I think that's probably a hallmark of this Dutchman team. They very rarely get caught out of position. Throughout this game, I've noticed multiple times where they are in a much more defensive stance when they're in the offensive zone than you might see from some teams at this level. It's good to see that discipline. Will it stand up through the rest of the game? This is a 3-on-2 now for Niagara County.
Como dropping it for Miller, but the pass is in his skates and he's not able to do much with it. And big back check there as here comes Frost. Through the middle it goes. Pine has the puck taken off him by Baumgartner. Here's the feed. It's Frost and Carter's Frost on his backhand, and it just backs it wide as Frost has just been knocking on the door all game.
I think Goodyear stopped that one.
Here's Eddie Jeter, takes a shot from an angle, handcuffs the goaltender, rebound sitting in the slot, turnaround by Cirillo. Niagara just cannot get the puck off the tape and on net right there as Union just sacrificing mind and body to get in the way here as the puck is then sent to center ice again as the intensity is at 12, where it's been at 11 all game now.
Two plays by the defenseman Connor Dufresne on that play. First the block and then the clear.
Frost on his backhand. Tries to be sneaky with it, but Goodyear sees that all the way and gloves it. And we're going to get a whistle with 9:16 to go here in the final period as this broadcast is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker to buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property. Trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Simon leaning in to take the face-off for the Thunderwolves, but it is won by Jankowski. But the play is blocked, and it's going to be Nuttall chipping one through center ice. It does get over the stick of Mulvey. Preet plays it, and he could have covered that, but that's going to work out for the Dutchmen as they're going to get a chance to lead a breakout. It's done nicely as here's Stewart. Feeds one in front. Oh, that was a good-looking play, but a stick got on that at the last second, and now it's the Thunderwolves' turn to counter. Carl just winds and fires one. That had to be a quick job there by the right pad of the goaltender, Prita. Now here's a 2-on-1 for Union. And there's Simon, the defensive ace at forward, getting back, breaking up the 2-on-1, and now it's Charlie Nuttall again. Simon all over the defensive end today. Gets the puck for Nuttall, and then it's chipped out for Mulvey. Hunter Mulvey uses the boards to his advantage, finds Robert Winter. But Winter has the puck taken from him as Charlie Nuttall's been an absolute menace defensively on this shift. Oh!
He didn't actually play the puck. It just kind of hit him in the skates as he was going for the change. I think that's where the determination is.
I'm not about to complain for the call, but if anybody from Niagara County wants to, that exact play was called a penalty. Either way, the aforementioned play was played with a high stick. I don't need a bench penalty here in this third period. Clearly there was no intent. Having said that, I will not tell the Thunderwolves fan not to be upset with that.
Yeah, if you want to go back and watch the too many men in the ice penalty that Union took in the first period, that was far more egregious. This one was just more of the casual, unfortunate timing. It was a standard-looking change. It wasn't like it was coming early over the bench. But I think in this case, the fact that the player didn't try to play the puck, continued towards his change, I think that's what allowed the referees to decide in the end not to make the same call they made in first period play.
I am here for a ref not wanting to make that call that could have an impact on the game instead of the players. Either way, the play is underway. No penalty was called, and Derek Pine picks up the puck at neutral ice and pedals into his own end, goes D-to-D for Noah Williams. That pass misses everything, but icing is waved off as it is going to be Speck. Chipping the puck off the wall. Pine's going to step into one, and he fires, and wow. Field Willis fearlessly gets in front of that big shot from Derek Pine, and he helps his team. And now it's Anthony Miller off the half wall. Miller, not the play right there, and that's a turnover for Union. Miller, though, doesn't hang his head, continues to maintain his defensive responsibilities like the great center he is, and caused a turnover. Now he's on the forecheck with his captain, Eddie Jeter.
I think both teams are now making sure they don't do anything to help the other side at this point in the game. 7 minutes in regulation. It's almost that stretch where it's don't make a mistake that opens the door. We've seen a little bit more play in the neutral zone here, as well as an added focus on some of the defensive roles and responsibilities from both sides.
Como off the wall for Dewey, misses Dewey. This is going to be called icing. And we are going to get a stoppage here as we are now getting to nail-biter time, as we have 6:41 to go here in regulation time, as this broadcast is brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to give your team a look to be envious of.
No surprise for this next shift to see the defenseman number 65, Luke Johnson, out there for Union. He has been very active throughout this game. Saw earlier as it looked like he was about to come off for a change, just casually waving to the bench that it wasn't actually necessary. I wouldn't be surprised to see number 65 a lot for these last 6 minutes and change.
Aaron, you're a defensive coach. You'd play this kid till he fell over, wouldn't you?
Every other shift.
Most teams should do that. He is an absolute stud back there, as are just about all of his counterparts, if we're going to be completely honest.
But he is clearly the one that stands out with this defensive core, because anytime he's on the ice, he's either making a big play in his own zone, leading the rush up ice, or creating some sort of offensive opportunity. I'm sure that he's certainly played plenty in terms of minutes on this game, but I don't think he's going to deny one shift the rest of the way.
There's a shot off the face-off by Simon. That's the second time he's tried that. And another big save there by Justin Preet.
And again, that's Luke Johnson right in front of his goaltender, making sure that there's no second chance opportunity. Nuttall going to the front of the net, trying to find that loose change.
Aaron, I think he absolutely deserves to wear that number 65, and I know you know what player I'm talking about with that. Plays played to the front of the net, but it's saved.
Mark Napier?
The guy with the gorgeous hair who played in San Jose, and now he's in Pittsburgh.
See if I can come up with another wrong answer here. I got nothing. You're talking about Carlson?
Yes, I'm talking about Carlson, the guy that got the Ottawa Senators to a Stanley Cup final. That guy.
It's actually Johnson trying to change right now.
Conference final, not Stanley Cup.
Icing on Union. Johnson actually trying to change, him being waved back onto the ice. And the delay continues.
Well, all they're doing is allowing him.
I think they're going to call timeout here. I think Union's going to call timeout.
He's out there. He's going to stay. So, yeah, nothing there. The way I see it, Johnson just got an extra second to catch his breath.
That's maybe one of the lesser-known rules in AAU college hockey. On those icing situations, you can call a timeout and make a change.
Yeah, because you burned the timeout.
In this case, though, they decided to keep the timeout, so they had to deal with the same group out there. It doesn't end up affecting them, as they'll be able to make the change now with the puck being deflected into the Union bench.
And yeah, there are some defensemen coming over the boards as well, as now it is going to be Hunter Mulvey, who has also seen a healthy dose of ice time, as has Matthew Peoples. So again, Union definitely does not lack defensemen that can eat minutes, but it's Williams keeping the shot alive on a knuckler, and a big save there by Preet.
Number 10, Noah Williams, trying to be the defenseman that makes this game break open.
In front to Carl, there's a rebound, what a save by Preet, and then the rebound is fired wide as Preet makes probably his best save of the game.
That might have been the best save of the UNYCHL playoffs, as he had to kick the left foot out to deny that net front opportunity. What a save by Justin Preet, keeping this one a 2-2 game.
Brendan Long takes a hit there from Noah Williams, but the play does stay in the Thunderwolves' defensive zone. Kazor dropping it back for the aforementioned Williams. Risky pass, but it works out as the puck finds its way to center ice, as Josh Kazor leading the forecheck from his deep position. Eddie Jeter back in support, keeps that puck in the neutral zone, eventually gets it into the Dutchman offensive zone, and now the Dutchman looks to break out here, as here is Frost. Frost takes a shot, Pine gets a big shin guard in front of that and sends it wide. Baumgartner backhands the puck down into the corner where Como has to scoop it up. Reversing course for Eddie Jeter. Puck gets by Jeter, goes all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off as Peoples gathers behind his own net. Peoples takes the contact from Anthony Miller. Miller's going to come out of there with the puck, and now it's Jeter getting it back for Como. Como's got some room, takes a high shot that hits an arm and goes out of play as we are going to get a face-off here with 4:24 to go in regulation, as this broadcast is brought to you by the Battaglia Marciano Agency, an independent agent for auto, homeowners, business, and life insurance. The Battaglia Marciano Agency, providing peace of mind for Western New Yorkers for over 35 years.
Certainly not lacking any drama in this one, Sean. 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in regulation, a 2-2 score, and this one is about as even as one can imagine. It's hard to say that one side has really had the better part of play for even more than a 2 or 3 minute stretch in this game, much less the entirety of it.
Shatter and Karp go to the wall together, and Jankowski comes in and supports to clean it out, but he does not get the puck into the neutral zone as Gavin Cirillo spins it back behind the Dutchman goal. Here's the breakout as they find Stewart, and Stewart looks for the pass for Jankowski. He does not gather it, but he does track the puck down and begins possession down below the Thunderwolves goal line. Chip on the near wall for Jeter. Jeter does get it to the blue line. Not out, though, as a good play by Karp keeps the play alive. Aaron Como, speaking of defensemen that are playing as many minutes as the goalie, there he is, fires a high, hard shot over the net. And then there he is leading the rush on the faceoff. Puck's kept alive by the Thunderwolves initially by Noah Williams. There's a shot and another pad save by the goaltender Preet as he's being tested. Pine, knuckler, deflected in front into the breadbasket of the goaltender Preet. He loses his helmet in the process.
He had that covered the entire time. I don't know why it took so long for the whistle to get blown.
Yeah, I don't either, and that's exactly how scrums like this happen.
Well, that's how he got his helmet knocked off. It was the fact that it took 2 or 3 seconds for the play to be blown dead.
I don't know why any ref would think he was about to play that puck, as the entire Thunderwolves team and part of their coaching staff might as well have been around the puck right there, so he was obviously going to cover it. Yeah, Preet is even asking why it took so long for that whistle, because he probably...
He's getting an explanation, but I guarantee he doesn't like it.
I mean, the ref's trying to tell him why he allowed someone to smack his helmet off, and the faceoff is coming out into the neutral zone, so I guess there's recompense for Union. For some reason, the Thunderwolves bench was open until the puck hit the ice, but be that as it may, it's going to be Noah Williams. Had some trouble getting it out, but he ended up getting the job done, as here's Brendan Dewey. Brendan Dewey looks to take a shot there. That hits a leg, and now it's Union looking to break it out again. Chase Schmidl throwing his shoulder into Zachary Berkmeyer. Johnson flips it opposite corner as Swike and Williams are kind of going to converge here. Oh, that would have been a nice read there, but the puck gets under the stick as then Johnson again launches one. Ref's got to duck for cover as that was beelining for him. Swike. Cross it goes. Here comes Chase Schmidl. Cross ice it goes. Nothing there for Dewey. That is also going to be an icing with 2.5 to go here in regulation. So that's a bit of a tough pill to swallow for the Thunderwolves, so they're going to have to deal with the defensive zone draw now.
When Union tied this game up early in third period play, or about 13 minutes remaining in the period, we brought up the concept of it being overtime, essentially, as Niagara County Community College calling a timeout. Drew Harris wants to discuss things before this defensive zone faceoff with 2:30 to go in the game. Not surprised to see the decision to use the timeout here in this situation, but certainly 2:30 to go in the game. We suggested when it became a tie game that it was essentially overtime with the way these two goaltenders have been playing.
Might as well be now.
Yeah, certainly getting more and more like that as the next opportunity will be certainly relished by either side that comes up with it.
Yes, and this is familiar territory for Niagara County Community College. They are used to playing overtime here in these playoffs. Union's had a great run, so they're a battle-tested team. So we have two teams that are very, very deserving of moving on. But unfortunately in playoff hockey, you got to have a winner and you got to have a loser. So both coaching staffs are going over what the plan is to try and get this deal sealed with 2.5 here to go in regulation. The goaltending duel has been worth noting from pretty much the get-go here. Again, 4 goals scored. I don't think a goaltender could be blamed for any of them, even close.
Yeah, and it's not like they've been facing easy shots or muffins from the perimeter. There have been a lot of real tight shots in high danger areas. Excellent goaltending by both netminders. See which one will crack here in this one, and it could take a while before that happens with the way these two guys have been playing.
Johnson sends the puck into that corner. I think he's angry at the UNYCHL sign back there because he keeps shooting pucks at it. As it's going to be Kazor chipping it up to Nuttall. Nuttall not able to handle that pass, and it's sent right back into the Thunderwolves zone where Goodyear traps it behind his own net and drops it for Aaron Como. Has Como come off the ice yet in this game?
Maybe for about 30 seconds at a time, but he seems to be getting the every other shift that I was suggesting for Johnson on the other side.
People like me appreciate him. He does skating. I don't have to. Good defensive play right there. And, oh, there was someone behind him, but a good stick there by Como to prevent that breakout. And let's see what Union does here. Here come the Dutchmen with Jankowski. Jankowski drops one back. There's the shot, and Nuttall gets there. On the back door it is, and team defense by the Thunderwolves saves the day, as all Union had to do was get that puck over the pad, but the Thunderwolves defensemen pretty much did whatever they possibly could have done to prevent that, and they get paid off as the clearing attempt finds its way on goal, and they get an offensive zone faceoff as a result.
Yeah, Kevin Carl with the perfect clear in that situation, put enough air on it and got the roll that he needed to get it on the netminder, so now they get the offensive zone faceoff. A minute 28 remaining in regulation. The drama just continues to get ratcheted up, Sean.
Sure does. We wouldn't have it any other way here in the postseason as Williams looks to shoot one through traffic, and it's Miller in the corner. Drops it back for Gavin Cirillo. Cirillo slams on the brakes and then sends it back for Miller. Perimeter play by the Thunderwolves for now as it's sent down low, and the captain Baumgartner chips it. Icing's waved off. That's not going to make it far enough as Williams has Frost in his pocket. Williams drops it back for Teddy Swyke. Swyke hits the brakes for Miller. Chipped out to center ice, it goes there, but Karp immediately fires it right back in with 50 seconds to go. Here comes the forecheck for Union. Frost and Baumgartner in the corner. Baumgartner comes out of there with it initially, but it's Jeter chipping it high off the wall. Good keep in there by Peoples. Takes a long shot. That's dangerous as the Goodyear at eye level sticks the glove hand up and holds for a face-off, but we have 40 seconds to go in regulation, and the face-off is coming in the Thunderwolf zone.
That shot coming in from the point. If Trevor Goodyear was 5'10", I don't think he would have been able to see it. Standing at 6 foot tall, he was able to just get enough of a view of that over the defenseman in front of him, track that and made the save with the glove, but another defensive zone draw here for Niagara County.
Long with possession of the puck, spins it around. It's Simon. Goes to the wall with his counterpart, number 7, Clifford. Niagara's can move here, but a great gap discipline there by Speck, giving nowhere to go for Simon other than to dump it in down low. We're down to 20 seconds in regulation. Puck goes out to center ice for Como. 15 to go. Como goes D to D. Kazor just got to be cautious here. Actually, Simon wasn't able to handle that pass, and he had some room. Puck's chipped out there.
Ooh, that almost was played with a high stick.
I thought it was, Aaron, but they're not going to call it as Kazor with 2-1 just kind of turns into the corner as we are going to head to overtime here, as I have some Thunderwolves fans to my left that are breathing extremely heavy right now, seeing that this game has to be played further as we're in a sudden death situation. But us non-biased parties here are here for the overtime, and we get some extra hockey here.
Score is tied at 2 through 60 minutes of play. We've said it's been an even game throughout. The shots on goal certainly make that bear true. 41 for Union, 37 for Niagara County Community College. Fantastic hockey being played by both sides all the way through the lineup, from the goaltenders to the defensemen to the forwards. This has been an extremely well-played game. Neither side giving an inch of ice to the opponent. And it's setting up all the drama now for overtime, Sean, and I think there's no better way for this game to end than with extra hockey.
Not a chance. This is what you play for, all the drama. Regulation settled nothing. We are about 13 minutes away and an ice resurface from the best words in hockey, playoff overtime. We're going to step away here, and we'll be right back to bring you the thrilling conclusion of the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Union Dutchmen. We'll be back after this.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready? People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
And welcome back to the North Buffalo Ice Rink in Buffalo, New York, as we are just about set for overtime here in the UNYCHL Division II semifinals, as we have a 2-2 tie between the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves and the Union Dutchmen. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much again for joining us this afternoon. I am Sean McHugh, here to deliver the call of this afternoon's action in overtime, joined by color commentator and producer Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, your new gold standard in digital media solutions.
And what a game we've been treated to here, Sean. The game-tying goal scored in the third period, Matthew Jankowski's 14th of the season, has drawn Union even. The Dutchmen now forcing overtime as we get ready for the fourth period of play this evening, and waiting on the Dutchmen just like we were in the third period, as they're a little bit slower coming out of the locker room as opposed to their opponents. But as we saw in the second period, a little bit of wet ice in the initial part of the period. I think everybody would rather see that not be a factor when it comes to overtime, as we still waiting on the Dutchmen to arrive. Niagara County ready to go here for overtime, but certainly has been a thrilling game from start to finish. Niagara County taking the early lead here in this game, but Union been there, right there with them every step of the way, including in the third period, the game-tying goal, Jankowski's 14th of the season, as still await the arrival of the Dutchmen. As
kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you.
As their head coach making his way to the bench, as we should be ready to go here for overtime momentarily.
Either way, though, here come the Dutchmen, led out by their stellar goaltender, Justin Preet, as the Dutchmen are going to take their lap as the captain, Luke Baumgartner, bumps each and every one of his teammates onto the ice, as this game, Aaron, has given us everything we could have possibly asked for. We are getting hitting, we're getting emotion, we're getting intensity, there have been some goals, there have been some saves, and we get the most dramatic way a hockey game can end, overtime. And it's exactly what everybody could have possibly wanted. Maybe if you have rooting interest, you'd rather not go to overtime, but at the same time, for just a hockey game that we're just watching and enjoying, this is everything. And it's going to come to a thrilling conclusion. Aaron, as is tradition here on Nickel City Hockey Network, who you got scoring the overtime goals?
Always a difficult question, but with the game that Riley Frost has played for Union, he would be my pick for the Dutchman side. And then I'll go with the defenseman, Aaron Como. He's been phenomenal today for Niagara County.
Como's pass goes through the zone here, and here's Cirillo in front of Simon. Simon went to end this thing right away with a slapper, and Preet, 30 seconds removed from the locker room, has to stop a slap shot, and, well, he's still alert.
Well, if there was any sign of Union not being as ready for Niagara County for this period, it certainly looked at the first 8 seconds as the Thunderwolves get the early opportunity here in overtime.
Turnover for Jeter. And a good defensive play to keep the shot from getting anywhere near the net, as the play's kept alive there by Como.
Alec Diorio getting the stick on puck there, keeping that opportunity from coming together for Niagara County.
Here's Jeter again, the Thunderwolves captain, to Swike. Back to Jeter. Jeter pivoting and then heading down low on his backhand. Slams on the brakes as Diorio is right in his pocket, and he takes the puck off Jeter, and he's got room. 3-on-2 for the Dutchman. Here's Diorio, drops it back. Walking in, there's the shot for Baumgartner, and he couldn't get the initial shot off, and then the rebound is swatted away by Goodyear. Here comes Eddie Jeter. Como takes the shot. It's high and wide. It's ringing around, but Anthony Miller steps up to keep it alive. Jeter gets it to Swike. Swike takes a shot, does not make its way through. Teddy Swike on the half wall, gets it down low to Anthony Miller. Miller for Jeter, and a great defensive play by Luke Johnson. The front of the net, they're attacking it, and so far, they're getting the looks, and now here's Johnson.
Sean, it looked like in the third period that neither team was wanting to make a mistake. Union doesn't seem to have changed that approach, but NCCC has hit the gas pedal here in overtime.
Speaking of the gas pedal, here's Diorio. Does not get the puck to head down low, heads off on a change. Passes through the zones into the skates of Nick Simon, sent back through neutral ice as Aaron Como on his backhand finds Charlie Nuttall. Plays onside. Here's Carter with a shot, and he scores! I said it once, I'll say it again. It's all about the breakout, baby! And Kevin Carl sends the Thunderwolves to the Division II championship game.
Kevin Carl had played a solid game on the defensive end throughout. His line was a big reason why his team was so solid in his zone. This group of Nuttall, Simon, as well as the aforementioned goal scorer, has been a big part of both ends of the ice. Why Niagara County Community College played such a strong game. Carl gets the game winner here, rewarded for his 200-foot game with a goal in the offensive zone.
Aaron, it's deja vu all over again. Last year in Jamestown, the Thunderwolves took down the Binghamton Bearcats in overtime. Today, they take down the high-powered Union Dutchmen in what was a thrilling back-and-forth hockey game. And Aaron, to nobody's surprise, it is Aaron Como starting to play for the Thunderwolves. Backpedals into his own zone, makes the breakout pass, the one touch to Carl, and then a worm burner to the far post. That sends the Thunderwolves, as there's a little bit of tension here in the handshake line. This is not how this game is supposed to end. But either way, the Thunderwolves, they're going to get an opportunity to right a wrong from last year and try and get their championship that they did not get last year, and they do it in overtime again.
Not even 2 minutes into the extra frame, Kevin Carl is the hero, sending his team on to the finals, his second goal of the season. And boy, what a time to pick up goal number 2. It's the goal that ends up sending the Thunderwolves to another date in the UNYCHL championship game.
Aaron, they always say it is very often the least expected of the players to get the overtime goal. I'm talking about Scott Walker in 2009. I'm talking about all of just the great overtime goals that have happened over the course of history. And Kevin Carl, his reaction almost looked like he didn't know what to do, Aaron. He kind of just turned around and looked for his teammates. He's like, what do I do now?
I think he was looking for confirmation that it happened.
Well, either way, a great play by Kevin Carl to cap off a great game by number 8, a great game by both teams. Aaron, it's a shame that some team actually has to lose this game. Well-played game and all ends of the ice from both teams, but it is the Thunderwolves heading back to the championship for the second year in a row.
And a disappointing way for the UNYCHL playoffs, obviously, to end for Union, but they still have more to play for. They will be at the AAU National Championship starting this week in Philadelphia. So certainly they have something to look forward to, but obviously this is going to be a bitter pill to swallow. A heartbreaking loss to Niagara County in the league semifinals, a game that could have gone either way. I don't think that this game could have ended any other way but in overtime, and it's Niagara County that ends up coming out with the victory. A dramatic win and a great way to start off the weekend.
Well, everybody, if you thought that was fun, don't go anywhere, as there is more hockey to be played. As next up we have Colgate versus Fredonia, and what I expect to be an equally as exciting matchup. That is going to do it for us here from Game 1, our matinee of the Division II semifinals. Once again, it is the Niagara County Community College Thunderwolves with a 3-2 overtime win over the Union Dutchmen. For color commentator and producer Aaron Alpern, camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, I'm Sean McHugh. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you in a little bit as Colgate takes on Fredonia next up on Nickel City Hockey Network.